There are times in life when I'm just doing excellent, doing to my fullest. But then suddenly a feeling creeps in which tells me that your downfall is near. It bothers me.
Maybe you're
And
just landing.
yes, and with this feeling getting into the system, my performance actually starts to deteriorate. So, Sadhguru, how do we fight these inner monstrous voices?
How many monsters do you have within you? I thought there's only one monster, that's you. This we must be very clear. See, if you are hearing two voices within you, an angelic voice and a monstrous voice, this doesn't mean something fantastic has happened. This means you're either schizophrenic or you're possessed. Yes. You either need a psychiatrist or an exorcist. So, this is very important. This people are doing in the name of religion, in the name of spirituality, in the name of so-called modern solutions to everything. In many ways, this is finding expression. In India, we have a huge vocabulary for these things. If you say anything to anybody, oh, this is my ahankara, this is my ego doing this is my… this is my soul, this is my this is my that. Well, if so many people are speaking from within you, if so many people are stuck in this one body, this is a ailment, isn't it? Hello? If there is more than one in this body, is this an ailment or no? Only one. This body is designed for one, isn't it? This is the most fundamental thing you must do. There's just you and you and you in this. There is no another. The moment there is another, this is a trick. Initially you play this trick. When something happens well, of course it's me. When something didn't happen, I don't know, some other voice, somebody else, my ego, my… all kinds of other creatures which don't exist you manufacture in your mind. You can call it Atman, Paramatman, God speaks within you, devil speaks within you. See, whenever people said, God spoke to me, disasters unfolded. Yes, have you seen this? The President of the United States at one time, about 15 years ago or 18 years ago, said, God told me, oh, what a disaster, 600,000 people died and a whole nation destroyed. That is the kind of things always happen when God spoke. Because I want you to understand, it's not about God speaking. When you want to say something absolutely illogical and unreasonable, you bring the God and the devil. So, if there is more than one voice, you have to kill the other voices. For this, you must understand, there is a complexity to human mind. So the complexity of who we are is the greatest gift we have, isn't it so? There is a cerebral complexity, which is what makes us who we are. This is the greatest gift. But this is what every human being is suffering. I'm asking all of you, when was the last time you were stabbed by a dagger? Hello? They're really ignoring you, okay? Maybe the biggest thing that happened to you is a mosquito bit you. That is the level of suffering that the world is inflicting upon you. Rest of the suffering is all on self-help, isn't it? So why are you suffering like this? Because… I'll ask you a simple question, tell me yes or no. Because I'm also going to bless you according to your question. Do you want your intellect to be sharp or blunt? Okay. What department are these guys? Oh. Is there political science? Is it one of the disciplines, sir? Is it one of the disciplines in the… No, then how? There's infiltration in your college. So, you naturally want your intellect to be sharp. That means intellect is a cutting instrument. Like a knife, the sharper it is, the better it is, isn't it? So right now, after millions of years of evolution, we gave you an intellect. We means I'm on the side of nature, okay? We gave you a sharp mind. Now you're cutting yourself all over the place and you're complaining about it. No, when something is sharp given to you, you must learn how to hold it, isn't it? You have to learn how to handle it. If you hold it at the wrong end or if you move irresponsibly, you will cut yourself. Right now, these are all individual expressions of someday I feel like this, someday I feel like this. Human beings essentially are going through a whole lot of suffering. Somebody's in the war zone, somebody is in a famine zone. I will leave those human beings because that's a different scene. But the rest of the people are all suffering only one thing, their own intelligence. If you took half their brain away, they would sit peacefully. Yes or no? No demons, no gods, no voices, peaceful. Yes or no? So we are complaining about the greatest gift that we have. The only reason why compared to all other creatures we are dominating here is because of our cerebral capability, isn't it? Because of the sharpness of our mind, we are able to just about do anything. This has become the problem. So this has become the problem because we gave you a very complex machine and you not bother to read the user's manual and you're trying to handle it blindly. Now all kinds of things will speak. Your own intellect has taken over your life and destroying you, make you suffer for nothing. If I leave you alone in a room, all by yourself, if you're capable of being miserable, this means you're in bad company, isn't it? Hello? If I'm with you and you suffered, maybe it's me. But you're sitting alone and suffering, this means you're in bad company, isn't it? You have to fix that one thing, that this one is never bad company. This is the best company you have. For this, there is a simple treatment. This simple treatment is just this. You start seeing this much, whatever happens to me in my life, good things happen, ugly things happen, nonsense happens, great things happens, doesn't matter, whatever happens and whatever did not happen in my life, it's all my responsibility. Now, there'll be only one person. If you see this is my responsibility, there'll be only one person, otherwise God will speak here, devil will speak there, Atma will speak from here, Paramatman will speak from somewhere else and they'll drive you crazy. All these years of my visits to United States, I don't catch influenza when it's running rampantly all over. Studies have been done in Harvard Medical School to show how this simple process enhances your immune system. If you do these things, you can see a significant increase in your immune system.
Black sesame
very rich in antioxidants, rich source of iron, copper, zinc and vitamin B and foliate, vitamin E and all these things. Well, I don't look at things like this, but black sesame has been my companion all my life, especially on my trekking trips when I trekked alone. The roasted black sesame kept me alive and going and energetic throughout. It also does wonders to your cartilage and bone joints, encourages heart health, and it is part of southern Indian tradition during winter time when skin tends to break because of the cold and heat in southern India. At the same time, we consume sesame at that time. There's a whole tradition, especially in Karnataka, where everybody shares sesame with each other's families as an encouragement to consume sesame seeds because skin health will be very good, inside out, I mean. And also, sesame is also very rich in iron. Those of you who are anemic, for women especially, sesame is a very good thing to eat. It also assists young women and makes their ovulation process much healthier. Horse gram is one among the lentils. It is the most protein-rich lentil found on the planet. It's very high-powered, so that's why race horses are fed with this gram, which is called as horse gram today. In the market, it's unfortunately called horse gram, it's called kollu in Tamil and uruli in other languages, ulu in Telugu. So, this is a very good thing. It's good to sprout it. If you sprout it, you digest it much more easily. You can keep it in a bowl in your room, get one white cloth, put it in that, soak it in the water for about 6 to 8 hours, then tie it in a cloth and keep it closed. In about 3 days it'll sprout. If it's sprouted, you can just eat it raw. If it's come out about half an inch out of the seed, you can eat it raw. It takes a lot of chewing and eating. You chew it and eat. It's very good. Now, this will increase heat in the body. Today sun is up, and suppose today you drink kollu or eat kollu and you feel too much heat, then you must balance it by eating green gram. Sprouted green gram will cool the system. How do you know excessive heat is? You will notice your eyeballs are hot, or you want to go and pee. You want to pee, it's full but it won't come out, it hurts. That means there is excess heat. Such a thing happens, you just drink some ash gourd juice or eat some green gram or take some castor oil and apply it on, either inside the navel or the anahata, the vishuddhi, this place and these two spots behind the ears. If you apply instantly, within 5 minutes, the system will cool down, go to the bathroom, everything will happen without effort. Just being conscious, how much of what? What is body's requirement today? That's what you do. All these years of my visits to United States, I don't catch influenza when it's running rampantly all over. The simple thing is just this: hot water, a little bit of honey, little bit of turmeric, and if it is possible, some pudina or coriander in it a little bit. And every 3 hours if you drink it, respiratory infections won't happen to you because all these infections first lodge themselves in your throat and then they go into the respiratory tract. But if you drink these substances, warm water with honey, turmeric and coriander or pudina, then that goes into the stomach bag and there they are not very effective. They can't cause much damage to you. It has helped me I'm just telling you grandmother stuff, not medical stuff, okay? But it's worked. It worked for my grandmother, it worked for me. You soak gooseberry or the amla or the nallikai in honey overnight along with some broken pepper, black pepper or green pepper. Green pepper I'm saying for those of you who are in other countries, green pepper does not mean chili. We mean to say raw pepper. The peppercorn, when it's raw, which you might not have seen in most parts of the world, here it's common for us, it's available. So, soak it in honey and every day about 3 spoons, 3 times a day. It works best, all these things work best when you're on an empty stomach That's the first thing that you take. If you do these things, you can see a significant increase in your immune system. I would say in 4 to 8 weeks, one can see significant betterment of one's immune system. Today studies have been done in Harvard Medical School to show how this simple process called Simha Kriya enhances your immune system and also improves your lung capacity and definitely alters the way oxygen distribution happens in the system. This is a kind of process. One thing is it'll boost the immune system. Another thing is it involves your breath in a certain way. Suppose you start doing it today, after a week's time, if you find some difficulty in doing it, you clearly know you have some respiratory stuff even before other symptoms show up. Even before other symptoms with which you normally medically recognize, even before that you will see you will not be able to do the practice the moment there is some kind of a respiratory cause. If you're doing the practice every day, twice a day, it'll boost the immune system, but at the same time, it will tell you it's like a gauge. If you suddenly can't do it one day, you know there is something wrong with your function of your respiratory system. A beard does not grow on just gurus, it grows on all men. Really, believe me, it is so. But they are all doing all kinds of funny things with it. You must ask them, why are they doing it? No body part has come without a purpose, isn't it? For everything, including the spleen, there is a purpose. So nature did not give you anything without a purpose. If you ask them, why are they removing it, they don't know. Because when the English came to India, every Indian man had a beard or at least a moustache. Today you go out on the Mumbai street, everybody is a muchmunda because they're trying to imitate the people who came and ruled them. Because those who rule you are a symbol of power. If you're in a certain level of sensitivity, then you would know what is the effect and the aspect of, everything in your body. You think this is fashion, but you must understand the only reason why you're cutting your hair into various shapes and forms is because there is no pain in it. So if there was no pain in your nose, in the name of fashion, you would have cut it into many shapes by now. Even though there's pain, people are poking it in 10 different places today. Suppose there was no pain in your whole body, you would have taken your intestines out and go like this on the street. Yes? Yes or no? Right now, most human beings are not conscious enough, their intelligence is not conscious enough even to preserve themselves if there was no pain. It's only pain which is keeping them in one piece. Otherwise, they will cut themselves into two pieces and carry one hand here and one hand there. They would do all kinds of crazy things. Only pain is saving them, not their intelligence. If your intelligence begins to function, if your sensitivity begins to function, then your concern will be about how you are within yourself and what you experience and how you can perceive more. Your concern will be not about how you look. So, the advantage about the looks is, for 10 years if I don't have a mirror, I still look the… People who are removing all this, one day without a mirror they look different, isn't it? And whatever your fashion of the day, have you seen pictures of people 50 years ago, 100 years ago? Somebody cut their moustache like this, somebody did this. Today you look at it, it looks funny, okay? They look like caricatures. And today's fashions also will look like that after a period of time. But a full bearded man looks the same all… 1,000 years later, he still looks the same because that's the way nature intended. Nature did not intend anything without a purpose. You believe in geometry and design. So the design is like this. I don't want to change the design of the creator, I want to use it to the fullest benefit.
Despite 8 rounds of talks with the farmers regarding this farm bill, because right now, right now the 9th round of talks is going on. How do you see this? In fact, farmers are not in a position to understand the government, or the government is not able to understand the position of the farmers. The farmers are planning for a massive rally, tractor rally on 26th.
I do not know exactly what is it that is really upsetting the farmers of Punjab and Haryana. The policy doesn't seem to disturb the farming community here. I've spoken to many of them, they don't feel that way. So what I feel is there may be specific concerns in different areas of the nation or different states of the nation. So it is important, I feel, because it's come this far and unnecessarily the farmers are sitting on the street, causing great inconvenience to rest of the citizens and a lot of torture to themselves. And the government is also not able to function properly because of these protests going on endlessly. So I think it is best that these laws are made as a recommendation for the nation, and every state, it is best that they try to explain to the state leadership what is the significance of these laws, what sort of investment it'll bring into the states, what kind of development and infrastructure will happen, the cold chains and the value addition infrastructure that could come out of this. And if the states wants to regulate, if they have fear of corporations or corporates taking over agriculture, the states can have amendments to control those aspects. In each state the concerns may be different because the agriculture itself is different. So I feel that would be the way forward, but right now it's unfortunate that so many people are unnecessarily suffering. I feel it's a large-scale misunderstanding. I'm not saying on any one party, I think somewhere they didn't read it right and these people didn't understand what they're saying. And now Supreme Court has entered, and unfortunately we are kind of making all major institutions which matter for this nation kind of insignificant with this kind of debates and discussions going on everywhere and everybody having a pot shot at it. I feel it's time that the government makes this law into a recommendation, and every state can make their own amendments as they want, consulting their farmers according to their requirements. I see this as a way forward.
ये जो नदियों का, स्वच्छता का, पर्यावरण का जो काम जो आपने हाथ में लिया है, ये बहुत ही एक ऐसी एक सराहनीय, एक प्रशंसनीय कार्य है जिसके लिए हम कम से कम हरियाणा सरकार, हरियाणा की जनता के रूप में आपको आश्वासन दिला सकते हैं। इस अभियान में जो भी काम आप हमारे सामने रखेंगे, हमें बताएंगे, उस पर हम पूरा उतरेंगे और उसमें पूरा हम सहयोग करेंगे।
और जिस तरह जन आंदोलन बनाने का श्रेय महात्मा गांधी को जाता है, जब उन्होंने 9 अगस्त 1942 को आह्वान किया था कि अंग्रेजों को भगाओ, महाराज सदगुरु जी ने इसको जन आंदोलन बनाने के लिए जो ये प्रयास प्रारंभ किया है, ये स्तुति के योग्य है।
Rally for Rivers is a referendum from the country to endorse your view that we must go ahead, and it's the vision of the Prime Minister also.
Who will take such a step for a policy which will produce results after 20 years or 25 years, unless people of India in one voice you say, we are with you if you take a long-term policy for the well-being of this nation. This is what you're doing when you give a missed call.
In life, if you have goals, they have a price tag that includes pain, hard work, resilience.
This is a sure way to mess yourself up. You complain about everything in life because you're doing everything hard. Once your intelligence is turned against you, no power in the universe can save you, that's all.
I think pain leads to prosperity, and in life, if you have goals, they have a price tag that includes pain, hard work, resilience. And when this is the case, then why do a lot of people shy away from stress? Because on an individual level, up until I am alive, I want to achieve goals, and it will come with a lot of stress and pain. and then I can rest when I'm below, because I'll spend more time in the grave than I will outside the grave. Do you think this is the right mentality, or what is your comments on this approach?
This is a sure way to mess yourself up. This is a serious mistake a whole generations of people have done, that if you study, how should you study? Hard. You must study hard. If you work, how should you work? You must work hard. Why didn't they tell you, you must study joyfully? Why didn't they tell you, you must work lovingly? No, you must do everything hard, and then you complain. You complain about everything in life because you're doing everything hard. There is substantial medical and scientific evidence to show you, only when you're in pleasant states of experience does your body and your brain work at their best. Is that important for you to perform any activity in life well, that your body and your brains are working well? Hello? Is it important? Tell me, if you're stressed and anxious, does your body and brains work at their best?
Our body can get immune to it, and that is how, like in the gym, when I stress my muscle, it grows when it breaks. So like that, we can also get ourselves immune.
No, even if you joyfully run, climb a mountain, play a game, still muscle will get well. Hello?
So under stress, it would get better, it would break and then it will build better together.
No. See, stress means you're always finding more and more exotic words for this. Somebody says stress, somebody says tension, somebody says anxiety, and goes further, all right? There are many names. There's some 72, 74 different kinds of mental ailments so today that they've identified, lots of exotic names. Essentially, it's just this: your intelligence has turned against you. Once your intelligence is turned against you, no power in the universe can save you, that's all. If your intelligence was working for you, would you keep this blissful or stressful? Please tell me. You make your choice, I'm going to bless you right now. If your intelligence was functioning for you, what is your choice for yourself? Blissfulness or stressfulness? What you want for your neighbor may be debatable. We are neighbors elsewhere. If you have to utter any kind of sound without using the tongue, what are the sounds that you could utter? I want you to experiment and see. Yes, for sure you can do possible. Yes, possible. What else? Suppose you did not have a tongue. What are the sounds you can utter? You can do you can do you can do Try any other sound. Someone who is unable to speak, a mute person who is unable to speak, what are the sounds that he makes? Because these three sounds do not need the use of your tongue. See, if you remove your tongue, you are able to make only three sounds: You're using the tongue, placing the tongue in different positions in your palate to mix these three sounds and produce all the other sounds that you produce. If you know something about the color television, you would know there are only three basic colors. Using these three colors, you see every other possible color on the tube. Similarly, there are only three basic sounds. Using these three sounds, you're able to produce all these other sounds. The tongue is just helping you to mix these three sounds in many complex ways. Now these three sounds, and ma, are referred to as the basic sounds or the universal sounds, because these three sounds are the basis of all the other sounds that you can utter. If you utter these three sounds together, what do you get? It's not oh, So these are the three basic sounds which are the very basis of all the other sounds that you can utter. So is known as the universal sound or the basic sound in the creation. If this is true, how come only a certain religion seems to be using it as a brand for themselves and nowhere else it is known? That is not true. Wherever there is a realized being, there sound will be there. For example, Christianity, born in Jerusalem, where the language at that time was Aramaic. Aramaic language has a certain inflection where sound is dominant. So in Christianity, whatever they close with today, whatever they say, they close it with Amen. If you look at it the way it is said at the Vatican, it's always said, Amen. You take off the N and say Amen. Oh. If you want to understand this, you can see a similar inflection in Tamil. See now, for example, Ram. You know Ram, born in Ayodhya? He came down south. When he came south, when Ram entered Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, people called him Rama. Then he crossed the Tamil Nadu border, people called him Raman. If Krishna comes to Tamil Nadu, what will you do? Krishnan. If Arjun comes to Tamil Nadu, what do? Arjunan. If Bhim comes to Tamil Nadu, what do? Bhiman. Whoever enters Tamil Nadu border, they get unified. This inflection of in Tamil is much stronger than Aramaic. Amen. You take out the N, it's just Am. Today this Amen has gone to United States of America and become Amen. This is cultural and language distortions which happen. Islam, born also in the same region, under the same cultural and language influences, they are saying Ameen. Take away N and say Ameen. Oh, it's the same sound. Because wherever a human being becomes silent by his own nature, not school teacher silence, not plugging your ears silence, if you become silent by your own nature, sound will reverberate in the system, because the root sound for your physical existence is sound When reverberates, it starts from just beneath the navel and ends at the tip of your nose. This reverberation will just happen by itself. So wherever a human being truly sat quietly, utter quietness within himself, he always became aware of the sound When he transmitted it, it got distorted over a period of time according to language and cultural influences. Even in India, has become Om. It is not Om. You open your mouth and say gently close your mouth, it becomes U. You close it, it becomes Sound has innumerable benefits. Even today, if anybody come here with any kind of psychological disturbances, the first prescription is always You do this for a few weeks, you settle down and then we go into other aspects. I can show you hundreds of people for whom medically it was believed that they have to be on psychiatric medication for the rest of their life, have completely walked out of the need for medication simply by uttering If you are suffering from excessive fear, distorted dreams, bad dreams, nightmares, unstable mind, unstable body, if your general constitution is weak, you tend to fall sick too often, particularly children, if they have attention disorders, daily utterance of for a few minutes a day will make an enormous difference for you. If you have problems that you are unable to do anything with a certain resolve in your life, daily utterance of will be truly transformational for you. Within a couple of weeks, you can notice a phenomenal difference in the way you function. Because this is the basic sound in your physical existence. If you are capable of causing depression to yourself, I'm saying this not without any concern for your illness or not due to lack of compassion, because that is the nature of what's happening to you. If you're causing depression to yourself, you are able to generate substantial amount of intense emotions and thoughts, but in the wrong direction. If you don't have very strong emotions, very intense thoughts about something, you cannot get depressed. It is just that you are generating thoughts and emotion which work against you, not for you. So you are strong enough to cause depression to yourself because for you to cause a mental illness for yourself, unless you're pathologically ill, which is just a small number of people, rest are all self-created. Most of them are self-created. A few are pathologically ill, they cannot help it. It just comes from within because of genetic and other factors. Almost everybody here, if we train them towards a certain kind of thought process and emotion and push them a little bit with the outside situations, almost everybody will go lose their mental balance. They will become clinically ill. They can be driven to madness, I'm saying, because the line between sanity and insanity is very thin. People keep pushing it. You get angry, you're pushing the line. It's a thin line. In fact, when you get angry, you know you're pushing the line. That's why the expression, I was mad at somebody. You're not mad at somebody, you're just going mad. You cannot be mad at somebody. You're just pushing your sanity, the boundaries of sanity, and moving into insanity for a certain period of time and coming back. You do one thing, every day you try this. 10 minutes a day, try intense anger on somebody. You will see in 3 months' time, you will be clinically there. Yes. Just try it if you want. Because if you keep pushing the line, you go mad and you come back, you go mad and you come back, one day you're not able to come back, that's all. One day you're not able to turn back, then you're clinically ill. You must understand, even if you got angry for a moment, you're already ill. Maybe you don't get the certificate of diagnosis. They don't slap a certificate on you that you're gone, but you are going, isn't it? You think it's your right to throw tantrums? You think it's your right to get angry with people? You think it's your privilege to be depressed so that you'll get attention from somebody? You keep playing this, one day you will not be able to turn back. Keep crossing the line every day, one day you will see you cannot cross back. That day, you need a doctor. Till then, everybody needed a respite from you, but the day you can't cross back, they get the respite because now they can catch you and give you to a doctor. Otherwise, you're temporarily going mad every day, many times a day. They cannot even send you to an asylum, they have to bear with you, your family, your friends, your people around you. If you get at least truly clinically ill, we can hand you over. There's one temple in Tamil Nadu, you know, where they chain you and keep you. Where there is no hospital, no psychological for ailments, there's no hospital, there is a temple that somebody created which is supposed to push people back into sanity. So, families just take them and leave them there, they're shackled and left in the temple. You give them some money, they'll feed you, and you're just there like an animal, tied up. I think if hospitals were run like this, a lot of people wouldn't go crazy. They would maintain their sanity. Right now it's too deluxe. If you make hospital extremely comfortable, it'll become an incentive to become sick. And you have incentives in your life to become ill, right from your childhood. You got the maximum attention only when you fell ill. When you are happy, they screamed at you. When you squealed in joy, they screamed back at you, adults. You… then boo-boo, 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 boo-boo. When you are a child, physical illness is good because you'll get attention from your mother and father and everybody around you, and you don't have to go to school on that day. So you learn the art of falling physically ill. But once you get married, you learn the art of becoming mentally ill. Because if you want to get attention, you go sit in a corner, act depressed, people will pay attention to you. So, you keep playing this game, one day you're not able to cross the line back. That day, you're clinically ill. Unfortunately, in many ways, not just in the way that I said now, in many different ways, I would say 70% of illnesses on the planet, all kinds, are self-created. Even if you get an infection, there is a way. If you keep yourself in a certain way, physically and mentally, the virus and the bacteria will not work the same way as it works upon somebody else. If you set yourself like this, no matter what's happening, anyway, I have to go and do this, this and this. There's no break from that. The last 29 years, I have not been able to cancel one program because I'm running temperature, I got a cold, I got this, I got that. It doesn't matter what's happening, what you have to do, you anyway have to do. You can't turn back on that. Either out of your commitment or you have a boss like that. One way or the other, if it happens, then you will see, you will not at all fall sick so often. Because if you have temperature, you still have to go. If it's summer, you still go, right? Now, a lot of people don't go. It's a little hot outside, they don't go and work. Little cold outside, they don't go and work. A little raining, they won't go and work. A snowflake, they will not go and work. This is just weather. So for every change in weather, if you have the comfort of covering yourself in a blanket and lying down, once you create that, your body will learn to fall sick as often as possible. If you just keep it this way, it doesn't matter what it is, anyway I have to go and do what I have to do, you will see your body will just bounce back as quickly as possible, even if it gets the worst kind of infection. So you just have to set the necessary conditions for health, necessary incentives for health, both for yourself and your children if you have them. Do not set incentives for sickness. The child is sick, observe him from a distance, never go cuddling. He knows that's the worst time of his life and he knows he has to get well soon. And give him the best attention when he is joyful. You will see he naturally learns from within. His very chemistry will learn that it pays to be joyful, it doesn't pay to be sick. If you make this very clear to your own biology, to your own chemistry and to everybody around you, you will see people will not fall sick as often as they are right. Set that up for yourself. You will see you will get healthy. If you can turn your mind this way, you can also turn it this way. I want you to understand this. No, I'm like this because my father abused me when I was 7 years of age. If you know all that bullshit, you can as well turn yourself around, isn't it? It's not. You must understand, mentally, physiologically, chemically, energy-wise, you must clearly understand it doesn't pay to be sick, unhappy, depressed, it doesn't pay. To be joyful and ecstatic, it pays. If you make this clear to all these people inside, they will all behave properly.
If you stayed until now, if you paused your day to listen, that already sets you apart from most. Like the video, comment where you're watching from, and check the links in the description. You'll definitely find more content that continues this conversation with you. Thanks, big hug, and see you in the next video.